like I went to Iraq and stuff, and people might think like, oh, you probably hated those people. Where like I looked at it for what it was. Like we were just over there bombing poor people to hate us more. Like I had some good like
wow, here we go. Here's the.
Let me tell you what screwed me up. I was talking to this one interpreter who was a good friend of mine, and we were chilling out on the base, and I was talking to him about something, and I just like had a genuine question. I was like, "Hey, man, like," because he was old enough where like he was kind of a kid, a little older when like we invaded initially, so he was there for everything. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, man, like, was it better before we got here, like, and stuff?" And he wouldn't answer me. He just kind of kept looking away, like, and what freaked me out about that, or what like made me realize like the problem was like, dude, he thought if he said, because like I knew the answer was yes, it was
100%. Dude, they destroyed Iraq.
He thought if he said it, I would snap my fingers and make him disappear. It made me so sad. It was like, damn, man, I don't even want to be here. You know, like, wow. Like, I feel like we were the invading force and all that. Like we didn't belong.
Yeah, you're a real hippie, eh? You're a real. That's why they told you. They're like
one about Afghanistan when I went there, but Iraq was like, why? Besides,
well, even Afghanistan ended up being a big money pit for them. I mean, it destroyed the Russian Empire too. It bankrupted the Russians, and then they turned around and did the exact same thing to the Americans. What are they thinking?
Yeah. So I you know, for me, it was just like I just want to do my tour and like get out of here and be done with it. But I'm definitely not here to like hurt these people in any way. Like I just, you know, felt, you know, I was a mechanic, man. I was in the 50 cal running security sometimes because we were running our own gun trucks with a transportation company, but that wasn't my job. Like I didn't go in to be infantry to specifically go over there and mess with those people. So,
that's nice. That's good, man. That's good perspective.
So what I say is I judge everybody by character, not by who they look like or what they are, because like, you know, let's say some country invades us and they only go to the poorest, worst Mississippi neighborhoods they can find. They're going to be like, wow, Americans are all smoking lots of meth. They're all bad people. But it's not the truth. You know, bad people all over the place. It doesn't matter that want to hurt you, your family, or just other people in general.
Have you thought about like peace activism at all, or like speaking out again, or like do you get in trouble for speaking out against it? Like, are you getting benefits from the army and they see this and they go, hey?
I haven't really, to be honest, I really haven't like done too much. Like, you know, I talk to my friends about it and tell them how I feel. And
but I feel like at your show on stage, you
definitely don't feel like I have no hate for Muslim culture, Arab people, or any of that stuff. Like again, judge everyone in the character of who they are.
Yeah.
Not by how they look.
But I'm talking about
any of that.
It sounds like you're saying that you think the Iraq war was not worth it, or like what do you, or is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that you were abusive to the people there, or like what?
I mean, it sucks because it feels, I don't know how to think. I don't feel it was worth it for me and a lot of other people.
Yeah. So is it worth it for anyone? Like what? How do you feel about just like?
I think the people that wanted to profit and get what they wanted out of that country got exactly that, and they could care less. But I think it was kind of like a stupid war to go. Like, you know, it was all BS to go to Iraq for sure. Like,
and this is from a veteran. People, I get in trouble saying stuff like this on this show.
I'm Iraq, like again, like I just
no, it's good. It's good that you're from there and you're speaking your experience and you're saying like this is I tend to agree. It seems to me like the war machine is way too big. And they just find any excuse to go to war. We do, and it's weird that Dick Cheney is, what's that?
Well, the waste in the military is crazy. Like
I heard environmentally.
No, they do like, oh, we'll do the lowest bidder. Well, it doesn't mean it's super cheap. It just means it was the cheapest price somebody bid for a job. You know, so you're spending like $20 for like, you know, pen, you know, like
I heard a can of Coke. I heard a can of Coke was like $10.
Yeah, and they're like doing your like one load of laundry is like $700 over there, and you're like, that looks like the same wash machine I got at the house. Like, what do you like? How's it 700? You ain't using really good soap. There ain't no Tide Pods I see you throwing in there.
But someone does it. Someone does it for you.
Yeah, they have people on base that'll.
But the way that they charge, they pay everyone out. It's $700 for one load of laundry.
Stuff from America that they have them like wash your laundry and stuff.
It's a racket. It's a racket.
Yeah, no, it's a super big racket. Like I got an offer when I got back to make 150K a year to go over and be a mechanic, not even carry a gun in Iraq for a year. 150K, 88,000 tax-free, 2 weeks vacation a year. You pick when you go. And if you're just tired of it, you can leave and they'll give you a ticket and send you home.
And you didn't want to do it?
No. I did, but I didn't have my clear paper, my DD-214 in my hand yet. So by the time I got that, because I was on what they call PCS leave, which is like end of your tour, end of your contract vacation. So I got out 3 months technically early. I was on the payroll of the military. I was getting paid and everything, but I wasn't on base. I didn't even live there anymore. I wasn't doing any military stuff. I was once that last date was done, that's when they stopped paying me. And then I got on base and got my paperwork. I was officially out. But
you
by
had a real rock and roll life.
That seat on that plane had filled and they flew off without me. So we can do like that again.
Or else you would have been back there.
First time I went over, I was like a PFC. I made like maybe 30K tax free. So nothing.
That's it?
Oh yeah, dude.
How old were you?
It was what's that?
How old were you? And how old were you? And
I turned 21 in Iraq, actually.
How many hours? How many hours for 30,000?
Oh man, I don't.
Was it a year?
It's not even 9 to 5 set up like that.
But it was a year.
I probably worked more than a McDonald's manager or employee.
I mean, you're there, so isn't it like 24/7? You're in military, so it's like
you're there. Like I mean, you have they give you time to sleep and stuff and eat and all that, but I mean, you're on call. Like if they don't, whatever's going on, they need you. You're good. You get up. Let's go. We got to do stuff. There's no clocking in, clocking out, especially when you're in Iraq. Like you might even have like better downtimes or weekends or whatever when you're back in garrison, back on base. In the States, but over there, like call 24/7. They need you. Get up. Let's go. We got to do something. So,
wow. Of course. That's what you're there to do. So you're saying 30,000 for a year.
The civilians more or less do have a schedule, and they're not having to leave the wire and stuff with guns. The mechanics,
But you got paid $30,000 for when you were 21 to be there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for a whole year, it was about 30K tax free.
That's
at my rank. I was only like 2 ranks up from like bottom of the barrel, so like I was new. Like I
guess it's military's whole attitude is.
I literally celebrated my first year in the army in Iraq. I was behind a 50 cal. I was like, what is happening right now?
A 50 caliber gun?
Yeah, 50 cal, the big doop-doops.
Big doop-doop. You hold it, go doop-doop.
The big ones on top of the Humvees and the MRAPs and stuff.
Woo!
I was running one of those.
That's sexy. What's it called? Give me the name.
The 50 cal. I'm trying to think.
50 cal Iraq?
Yeah, 50 cal machine gun. I'm trying to think of the technical term for it. I think it's like it's not the M249. That's the saw that runs the 5.56 rounds.
God damn, dude, that is a ripper.
Yeah, this one, right. No, not that. That's the one below it, right there. No, over, down, right there. That's what it is.
This guy?
So, yeah, that big pig. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just get to rip one of these.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Two-handed.
Nice. Yeah, they have a trigger on the back called the butterfly. It comes out like this, and you just press on it, and it goes doof 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 doof. It shakes the whole
that's why it's a butterfly. It's like a double-sided. So it's like
you hold it.
What the hell, dude?
The whole truck and makes a bunch of noise.
That's a ripper, dude. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so much fun, brother.
Yeah, I was good at it. Not in the like killing people thing, but I was very proficient because they put me on lead gun truck one time when we went out on mission, and usually I'm just in the back of the MRAP with my toolbox, and they like, hey, you want to get on the gun? And I was like, yeah, cool, let's do the army thing, whatever. So I got up and was pulling security a couple times, and usually we go up to the front of the gate, and there's a firing pit, and everyone's going to fire into the pit, lock and load their rounds, and clear their 50 cal before we go outside the gate, and then we can reload while we're going out.
Yeah.
And I was always the fastest one on the gun, and they're like, who the fuck is in lead truck? And it's like, Crowley? It's like, how the fuck we've been out here for 6 months already, and Crowley's getting on the 50 cal and just whooping our ass in this, because it was a competition between the trucks who could do this the fastest.
Yeah.
Be ready to go out the gate. And I always won for some reason. I literally, I wasn't like super proficient in the 50 cal. Like I couldn't even space and time it, which is pretty.
whenever you watch the movies, it's always just like a time, and it's like a bit of dumb luck a little bit.
Right.
It's like right place at the right time. The guy thinks you're cool, like a couple of different, and then you just go like, yeah, I'll do it, and you just
just like some random guy gets up there and just murders, and they're like, who the fuck? Like, this guy, he's the wrench guy. He uses tools. What the fuck?
That is like the later stories that would come out later. It's like a little bit of that comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You believe. Maybe they saw the Manic. Maybe they saw early Manic, a little early Manic. They're like, this guy will be good on the gun. But did you? Okay, what do you have to shoot at though? Did you shoot people or did you shoot like?
No. So luckily, I never had to fire the 50. So in a combat situation.
Right.
There was I actually did a joke on this where I almost had to. We had just started a new program called Share the Road when I was on one of the missions. And usually when we drive down the street in the MRAPs, like everybody on each side of the road, highway, wherever we're at, has to get off the road, stop, pull over, like emergency vehicle stuff. And this new program allowed people to drive this side of the road as we drove up the other side. So we're in lead truck. I'm pulling scary. I'm on the 50 cal, and this guy in this truck is racing up this hill. Like we're going up the convoy because the convoys, we're out front looking for threats. Like we're the scout. We're checking to see, the IDs out in front and other ambushes or whatever. So I don't know why I'm in this truck, because even if I was a mechanic only, I should probably be in the back more. So if a truck breaks down, we can drive up and I can take care of it. Not the truck that hits the first IED, maybe. So they come flying up in like classic scenario. This is like a VBAT, which is vehicle borne IED, and because it's low to the ground and it's coming fast, like that's like standard.
This is shot at you?
No. They're just driving really fast, and we have a big sign on the back in Arabic and English that says "Stay 500 meters out for the back of the truck. Deadly force will be used." So,
wow.
I see this truck coming up. I called into my sergeant front. I think it was Sergeant Thompson. I was like, "Hey man, we got this truck really fast coming up on us. Like, what do you want me to do?" He's like, "Take care of it if you need to." Okay. So it switches.
You're 21 years old. He goes, "Take care of him if you need to." That means just shoot at him.
Pretty much.
Did they train you? Did they say shoot the tire out, let them die, or something? Like nothing like that?
Pretty much what. I hate to say it like this. I'd say we weren't in that type of situation. I did have full range to, again, use deadly force. So what you would normally do, because, the line of sight, the sight on the gun's not very good, obviously, like it's very steel. It's not like a laser sight or anything like that. So what you usually do is you would shoot, and then as the bullets hit the ground, you would lead those bullets up to your target. So you would adjust fire as you see the bullets impacting. So what I would have done is started shooting in front of the truck and then rolled it all the way up the truck at that point.
Wow. So guaranteed you hit the guy.
You would have given them a chance to slow down and stop. Or at least, or if they were going to be aggressive, then.
But you're also lining yourself up so that when you pull the gun up, so that you're shooting at the ground and you're like, and then you're supposed to shoot the guy in the head.
Right.
So whoever's driving knows. They go, oh shit, okay.
So no. So they get over on the other lane, and now they're going up the wrong way. So this is like, again, more red flags. Like, oh god, now they're going up the wrong way. In a sense, like they're trying to get beside us. So
who are they? Iraqi rebel forces or someone else? Like, who is it?
So I pan my 50 cal, and I'm trying. Like, there's no way they can't see me aiming directly for them.
It's a big gun.
Yeah. And we're the only vehicles on the road, so it's just like they got to be seeing me. And then right as I'm about to start pressing the butterfly down and start lighting up the ground into the truck, they get close enough and the hill arches up, and I see into the back, and it's 4 Iraqi police and 2 in the front, and they're smiling and laughing, and I'm like, oh my god, like so 2 things gonna happen. Like if I had lit that truck up, international incident. That would have been on the news. Like that would have been bad.
Yeah, but why? So the Iraqi police is like taunting you, or they just think it's like a joke? They're like, hey, shoot at me. What are you gonna do?
Still don't know to this day what it was about because we never stopped. They just passed our truck and just kept going. So I really don't know why they did that. And again, this is 2009 when this happened.
I guess you're occupying their land, so they want to show that, like, oh, you think we're scared of the Americans?
I don't know if it was that, but I was just thinking, like, you could read the sign. You've been here since we got here in 03. Like, you're old enough to have seen, like, you should know better. Especially because we were training the Iraqi police at that time to do what they did. So I don't really what there is, speculation in my mind. It could have been terrorists dressed up as Iraqi police because they did stuff like that too.
Right.
And maybe they were trying to blow themselves up or something, and something didn't work and they decided against it. I don't know. But yeah, I have dreams about it, like it happening. And not
wow. And the moral of the story is, you are loved because you are loved. Such is the nature of loving kindness. Okay? So now that I've done my karmas, make sure you do your karmas, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and sign up for meditation. Ascension is upon us, foolish! Sign up for meditation immediately! Ha! Am I still here?